Welcome to the What's Our Verdict podcast. We fashion ourselves cinematic judge and jury. My name is JJ Crowder. I'm here with my co-hosts Matt Senheiner.
Better red than dead.
And Alec Burgess.
Let's get it.
We are here to do a spoiler-free. Man, I love this short intro stuff. Make sure you hit that subscribe, bell notification, like,
follow,
all that fun stuff. Follow whatever the hell you're watching, listening on. Hit all that you want to keep watching and listening and stuff. We appreciate that. We're going to do a spoiler-free for The Black Phone. It was released on June 24th, 2022. It was written by Joe Hill and Scott Derrickson. It was directed by Scott Derrickson. Stars Mason Thames, Madeline McGraw, Miguel Cazares Mora, Tristan Bavong, Brady Hepner, and Ethan Hawke. After being abducted by a child killer and locked in a soundproof basement, a 13-year-old boy starts receiving calls on a disconnected phone from the killer's previous victims. You're right, Mattson. That is a great intro.
Spot on IMDb.
It's on top of it.
If you just want to stop listening to our spoiler free right now, that's pretty much a great spoiler free right there.
That's the movie. It is what it is, but there's a lot in there outside of that, but That's a great synopsis. All right. So if you haven't watched our spoiler freeze before, we will brief talk about it. We're going to keep it real short, and then we'll rate it based on a 3-tiered scale. Oh God, we haven't done this in so long.
Worth it, JJ.
Worth it. I was like sitting there going, shit, we haven't done this in so long. I forgot what it is.
Stream it. And then what was the last
Not
one?
impressed.
Not impressed. Yes.
Yeah. Worth it. Stream it. Not impressed. So there it is. Thanks for saving me, boys. Because I completely forgot. Yeah, of course, Mattson, go ahead.
This is a very simple and unexpected, absolute dead-on lock. Worth it. Absolutely. Like if you're a fan of horror genre, thrillers, this isn't going to be exactly what you expect maybe, but you're going to like it. And if you're someone that's on the fence, or even someone that's so far from the fence like Alec over here, as we've already done our full review of this movie, no spoilers here, but I think you're really going to like this movie. I enjoyed the plot. I enjoyed the music and what it meant in driving the story along. I enjoyed especially the Finney's brother, her name escapes me. His sister was just...
Sister Gwen.
Yeah, Gwen was just so entertaining. Like, this movie's funny at some points, like, shockingly funny in some regards, and then definitely keeps you on your toes. But the plot and the endearment to the characters that you have, and the struggle of this boy to get out of this certain scenario is awesome. And Ethan Hawke, while he's not on screen a ton in this, the parts that he is on definitely captures, in my opinion, what it was like to kind of experience serial killerism in the 70s and 80s. So if you're someone that likes true crime, likes documentaries like this, and wants to see something kind of come to life, albeit with a slight pinch to the supernatural, The Black Phone is that movie. And I really think you're going to be entertained. I think you're going to walk out of that movie realizing I watched a good movie, not a movie I had to compromise on plot or just overall direction because it's horror. This is just it's a good movie with shades of horror and thrillerism that I think you're going to enjoy, you're going to be happy about, and it's a movie that you're going to watch again. So, again, very solid, worth it. Go see it.
Cool. Alec.
I am so far from this fence that Mattson was talking about. I don't even know that there's a fence. That's how far off I am. And to paint a little picture for you guys, I saw this Thursday night. And Thursday night in the Phoenix area, we had one of those lovely little dust storms that came by, turned the whole sky like it was Kansas from The Wizard of Oz. And I half expected to see Miss Gulch on her bike going, nee, 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 nee. So that's the scene, right? That's where we're setting our scene for someone who hates The Wizard of Oz and hates any kind of horror, thriller, suspense movie ever. And I am ashamed to say that I love this movie. I will say, I do not believe this movie was accurately marketed. I guess that's the best way to put it. Where I think that saying this is a horror film is just a disservice to it, because it doesn't really fit the generic kind of horror. So I'm ashamed that I'm saying worth it. Go see this movie. It is. It's probably going to be one of my favorite movies of the year, and I hate myself for it. And JJ's over there grinning just unbelievably that he likes a horror movie. Yeah. See, it's the best thing out right now. Go to the theaters, spend the money, it adds to the experience. I feel like this movie would be less impressive viewing it from home, where you can have all the lights on and the window open and your stuffed animals to cuddle. Would kind of lessen the impact as opposed to a dark room with a bunch of strangers and an usher walking up the steps.
But at the very
do in
back
Psycho.
of the theater, Alec.
Yeah.
Yes, in the very back of the theater with your back up against the wall, full vision of what's happening. I know how to watch horror movies.
I love it. All right. Worth it from, man, I love this. It's a great movie, guys. Go see this movie. I'll keep it real brief because these guys said it all. This is a great movie. It was marketed a little wrong, but I'm kind of glad it was, because I went in with an expectation that was completely subverted in the best possible way. It is more of a thriller with some horror elements, but it's worth every second. The story's great. The visuals are great. The use of, I love that they didn't force, and we didn't talk too much about this earlier, but I love that they didn't force jump scares where they weren't appropriate just to say that it's scary and have horror. The jump scares that are in there are very appropriate. There's not, it's just a great movie so go check it out. It's worth the fun, and it's a great story. Very interesting, well acted. And yes, Gwen is the best part of this movie for sure, but it's interesting. So I'm also going to give it a worth it. Make sure you check it out. There it is. That is our spoiler free for The Black Phone. Mattson, tell everybody where they can find us when they're not watching our spoiler free.
Yeah, just to let our listeners know, this is a very unique experience. I cannot think of many times we have given a spoiler-free all worth it. So very cool. Yeah, when you want to actually, when you've seen this movie and you want to commiserate and just reminisce about all the jump scares and the plot points and things, and just hear us talk about it a little bit more, come check us out wherever good podcasts can be found at What's Our Verdict Reviews. You'll see this review posted here shortly, so go see it and then come listen with us and kind of go through that journey again. And then if you want to check us out on TikTok, we have some really great content. Alec is continuing to roast us. He has some great previous Black Phone posts about his level of scaredy cat-ism leading up into this. And also, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, more so just bringing awareness to what's being released that week. And you can check us out at whatsourverdict.com to see what's upcoming as well. Also, drop us a comment, whether it's in our DMs or on the website. Let us know if you want us to review something. We've had some of our users of late recommend some movies that I don't know if the right word is excited, but we appreciate being recommended to watch some things, because we will, whether we'll shit on that movie, we praise that movie, whatever it is, we'll do it.
That's right. Yeah. Looking at you, Charles. Baby geniuses too. Jesus. All right. Looking forward to it. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!